My name is Meghan Smith, and I'm the Costume and Textile Collection Manager here at the Chicago History Museum. So that means that I'm responsible for keeping track of everything that we have, which is 50,000 plus pieces in the collection. And I'm also responsible for finding homes for those, for making boxes and proper storage facilities for those, maintaining the temperature and environmental controls, and also responsible for bringing new pieces into the collection, as well as to help develop exhibitions here at the museum. A costume collection is, it's kind of a fancy word for a giant clothes closet. That's what we use in the museum world to describe clothing, is to say it's a costume. So don't think in terms of Halloween costumes, although we have some of those in the collection. Just think in terms of a piece of clothing that we have deemed worthy of keeping and preserving for future posterity. Our collection focus is a little bit different from the traditional costume collection. Normally with places like the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, it's in an art museum. So what they're looking at with those costumes are the form and the costume itself as a piece of art. Here at CHM, what we're really focused on is not just the beauty that is each discrete costume piece. We're also looking at the life of the person who actually wore it. You know, that history is the reason that we collect these pieces. Without the story of the woman who wore a beautiful gown, it's just a beautiful gown. And while that's a great thing, to us, what really makes it come alive is the story. In terms of historic merit, we have a couple of really important items in the collection, a lot of them having to do with early American history and presidential history. As far as couture, high fashion pieces, we have some of the real hallmarks of modern fashion in our collection. We have excellent examples of couture all the way up through the modern age. So it's interesting that a history museum collected this much couture, but we do have, I would say, excellent examples from all houses in the 20th century. One thing that costume collections have tended to do in the past is to only collect things from important occasions or from important notable people. Now we really want sort of the everyday. We want, you know, what a postal worker wore on his route in 1955. My favorite thing about the Chicago History Museum is that this is the one place in Chicago where you can get kind of a little bit of every aspect of the city's life. You can, you know, there's many great cultural institutions around the city where you can find bits and pieces, but here you get the architecture, you get art, music, obviously costume, you get all these different pieces and kind of a wide angle view of what it is to be the city of Chicago. You should definitely come down to the Chicago History Museum. We have a wonderful variety of exhibitions. Come and enjoy our public programming, and we'd be glad to have you.